Battlefield 4 has some of the best moments, there is no doubt about that. Recently I was jumping back onto some Battlefield 4 trying to unlock the DICE camo and the DICE LA camo because surprise, surprise, I don't actually have either of them. I've played for nearly 3,000 hours across all of my accounts and I still don't have them unlocked. Now it's actually not that difficult to unlock both of them, it's just not something that I've really put that much time into, but I definitely suggest you do so, and the reason is the DICE LA camo, as you probably already know, makes you completely invisible to thermal sights. Now this is so important if you are on a map with lots of vehicles because thermal is so powerful. It was introduced by a developer at DICE LA as some sort of gimmick for the devs to have themselves an easier time against enemy players, but I don't think they realised how much of a counter and a direct counter to thermals that skin was. You definitely have to unlock it if you're still playing BF4. It's very easy to do, there are lots of guides on YouTube on how to unlock it. Essentially you need to join a Dragon Valley server that's unranked, work out how to set up these lanterns so they all light up by setting off certain different buttons on the map. There is an app that you can download to your phone actually that makes this possible, and also loads of people who will volunteer to help you out. Once you've worked out how to light up all the lanterns, you get yourself the Morse code. You want to record a few minutes of this Morse code, or in my case I had a friend who could completely sort it out for me, and in doing so you will get the code. You can then input onto a ranked Dragon Valley server, but it can be an empty server, as you see me doing in the background. You fly just down this road here and you will spot on the left hand side a water tower. Now in Battlefield 4 these Easter eggs were absolutely incredible. The Phantom project was massive. This one wasn't quite as big, but just as impressive in my opinion. It got people really involved and the community spirit was at an all-time high in Battlefield 4. We did see a return of these incredible Easter eggs in Battlefield 1 with some really cool programs that required so much investment from the Battlefield Easter egg community. Unfortunately, although there are Easter eggs in Battlefield 5, don't get me wrong, there are some great Easter eggs and some really great work has taken place. It's not quite on the same level as the Battlefield 4 Easter eggs, and I'm really hoping we see some more of these return in future Battlefields. The CTE being one of the main reasons these things were so popular, because I think the developers could update things at a different pace and people would really get involved in that kind of development spirit of the game, if you like. So once you've inputted the code here, as we just drop back to me actually unlocking the camo, you will hear the very famous Neebs promoted soundbite. So once you've unlocked it, you could kill yourself like I've done in the background, but unfortunately you won't see it unlocked in the menu until you have completed the round or left the round and rejoined another round. So I do that, as you can see, rejoining Dragon Valley TDM just for the sake of keeping it on the same map because I don't want to change anything in the Battlelog browser. And there you go, the DICE LA skin. It looks pretty cool if you ask me, but I'm not really in it for the cosmetic look. I'm in it because I will be invisible to thermal sights and it will make my life a whole lot easier playing against enemy players, especially enemy vehicles like attack helicopters and tanks. Now here you see me using the MG4. I've got the thermal sights. I've got my friend on the enemy team who also has the DICE LA skin, and there you go. You can only see his goggles and his gun. Really, really powerful, I think you might agree. People can sneak past you very easily and you might not notice them. Yes, you do see the gun quite clearly, but you can obviously get away with much more if you're mostly invisible to thermals than if you weren't. Also, a nice pose from my friend there. So now it was all about unlocking the DICE camo, and the reason you need the DICE LA camo first is because it is one of the requirements to unlocking the DICE camo. This one doesn't have any attributes, you know, you don't get invisible to thermal, it doesn't give you superpowers or anything like that. It just looks kind of cool. I think it's a jet black looking skin, so nice to have, and nice for those completionists that want to get everything in the game. Now this is a more recent thing that has come to Battlefield 4. It used to be only available on the CTE. Now what you need to do is get yourself on top of this tower here. Be careful in helicopters because the turbine does kill helicopters. If you're on the US team, I seem to remember. It doesn't quite do the same on the Chinese side. I'm not sure why. But you get up here. On an empty server, again, there are some servers running that only allow like 5 or 6 people to join. So they're the ones to go for so people don't interfere. But you can do it on a normal server with 64 people. So I'm sitting up here. I'm using the Dice LA camo. That's what you want to do, really. You get killed by the lightning as the storm sets off. It's around 400 tickets into an 800 ticket match, so about halfway through the match. There I go, get killed in action. I then respawn and go across to the echo flag here. Unfortunately, my friend has already sniped it, so he's done it first time to get the event to spawn, and then he'll unlock the camo. I then have to wait for the following round in order to do it myself, but not a problem because we're all doing it, taking it in turns to get it unlocked. And then you see this incredible event where the UFO almost flies around. Just for anyone who's wondering, this is the tree that you stand on just there if you're looking to search for that bright light that you need to snipe with your sniper rifle. Then you get to see this UFO float around. The light gets shined down onto the water. It looks really, really cool. And for those that don't know, this is an Easter egg, and this can happen in a normal match. It can be quite unusual. You don't really know what's going on. And then out of the water, you see the big Megalodon. So now it's my turn to get it unlocked. Once again, I'm going to stand at the start of a round up here to get struck by lightning. I'm not sure if you need to do it again, but we had to restart the round. I get hit by the lightning, and then I make my way back over to that island so I can then snipe the little light that will appear in the water now the storm has hit. Make sure you have the Dice LA camo equipped. Also, you might need to have the Phantom skin on the sniper rifle. I don't have that, unfortunately, so I had to kill my friend there and steal his gun. I'm sure he won't mind. And then you look out for the light. Now, I'm not sure if you actually need this Phantom skin, but just to make sure I got it on the sniper, you get to the top of the tree and you'll see the light appear in a second. Just over there, I think you need to be right at the top of the tree. It's quite tricky, to be honest. As most things in Battlefield 4, the collision physics are a little bit wonky. But I think they've done this on purpose to make it slightly more tricky, just to get in the perfect position to get that light. There you go. You can see it there. Snipe it. Bang on. And then you set off the lightning. You can actually kill an enemy player, by the way, if they're sitting on that light there. So that's something for many people to try out. I know NCOW has done it once, and it's in an episode of the Top Plays coming up soon. But yeah, it's pretty incredible stuff. And there we go. The event is set off. Nearly sniping my friend out of the helicopter there. He wouldn't have been too happy because I think he was trying to record the Megalodon. So that's it, really. That's how you get both the Dice LA and the Dice camos. It's not a guide, this is more of a throwback to the amazing Easter eggs that you have in Battlefield 4 and my little adventure trying to unlock both of them. It took me around 3 or 4 hours to do both of these because I'm useless and it takes forever for me to do anything related to an Easter egg. I'm really bad at this sort of stuff, but it was very fun with some friends. It took a lot of coordination between us, and of course we had to keep on trying on empty servers to get it to work. So there we go. Hopefully you enjoyed this throwback to some incredible Battlefield Easter eggs that have once again been made available in Battlefield 4. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.